for at least good mood. You know, this is something we can control if we can't control the weather. So let's sit upright and we'll do a bit of just a short warm-up, our usual. So yeah, we sit, hello, hello, hello. Roll our shoulders. You know what to do, other direction. You've all been singing, right? All that time. Yeah, Michael, sure, I'm sure you have. Okay, and up, relax the jaw, and down. And let's breathe into our lower rib cage here. And tiny pitch when you breathe out. And when you need to take a breath, take another one. Let's go for O. Next time, E with a smile. E. Oi, 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 oi. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, 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 hey. Oh. I. And now we're going to go like this. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter which note it is. We're just singing through the back of our head like this, back of our mouth. Oh, as if we're either shouting into a forest. We've done that exercise before, or we're just like in these Russian weeping songs. We go oh, 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 yeah. Oh, that sound. Okay, let's go. Oh, make sure your neighbors hear. One last time, high, and then slide down. Oh. Down. Okay, people are still coming. Wonderful to see you all. Wonderful, great. So last thing we do the r. Okay, so it's either you can do blow through your lips, but we're warming up the front of our mouth. We'll need lots of r's in Russian. So r, tongue tip behind the upper teeth, r if you can, and you roll it up and down the r, yeah, or you blow through your lips. That helps sometimes to do this. Sometimes you can just do that. Yeah, let's do a few of these. I'll be changing between the r and the brr. So a couple of these, yeah? A few. Let's go. My face looks really beautiful on this. Okay. Good. Like a motorbike outside of my window. Today's song, now before we go into the song, let me just ask you, how many of you know the song or have heard it? It's my showpiece. If you've seen my Russian performances, I always sing it. It's on the CD as well. And I hope you, if you haven't heard it, yeah, of course, Michael. Yeah, that's the CD. And my choirs are on that CD. So a lot of you are on this CD. So that's my solo piece, but it's originally obviously not my song. It's a folk song, and I know it via Tchaikovsky. I found it in a book of folk song arrangements, and this one is a Tchaikovsky's arrangement for 3 voices. That song has been used lots in classical music, as you saw in my little description. Without further ado, let's look at the tune. I'll show it to you. Oh, people are still coming. Julie is coming. That's wonderful. So here is the tune. We're going to sing it a bit lower to start with. Luckily for us, it's only 1 octave range, so we can go up eventually. We'll start on C minor, a bit lower than where it's written. Okay? I'll sing a phrase, you sing it with me. Together. Next phrase. Together. as you know, in folk songs, it wouldn't be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It would be much looser than that. But we are keeping to that tempo just so we sing together. From the beginning, that's your first note. 2, 3. One, two. Next phrase. Together that phrase, starting here. So there is a little tail. That phrase is a bit longer. I'm singing from bar or measure 11, where it says palaskalasia. Ta da 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 da. Let's go together. And 1. Ta da 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 ta da 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 da. Let's bring everything together. Let's go. I love that tune. What do you think? Let me see your faces. How is that? One more time? Now, how about you don't look at your music, you look at my hand like this, and we'll go through it trying to do it by ear, right? Because there are verses and it would be nice to really know the tune. In the verses, there are different, the number of syllables is different. It's like speech over music. So it would be nice to get the tune properly before we do the everything else, okay? Da, da, da. Let's go from the beginning. 1, 2, and la, 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 la. Yeah, how is that? Mostly, or one more time? How is that? One more time. I see. Yeah, Leslie. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I won't show it. I'll just sing it. See if you can kind of go along with me and see how much you remember it. First note. 1, 2, and la 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 la. Yeah, good. Let's look at our text. So this is a wedding song, and we've sung lots of wedding songs, proper folk wedding songs. And as we know already, a lot of traditional Russian weddings were arranged marriages. Or very often the bride wouldn't even know the bridegroom's side of the family. The parents would, but the bride would have just sat at the table and looked at them, and that would have been it. And there are 3 points in the Russian peasant woman's life where there is weeping involved. One is there's There is a wedding, there is a burial, and there is when she sends a son to the army, or when the boy of the family goes to the army, and as we know, the army meant either death or a couple of decades away from home, and these instances required lamenting, yeah, crying. But this particular song is not a lament, even though it has certain elements of a lament, and I will talk about these elements later when we look at the text. The language, or the musical language of it, is like a lyrical song. It has beautiful phrasing, it has this weavy melody, and it can be sung by a group, and would have been sung maybe by a group of women at a wedding. Here is the first verse. It's in your music here in Latin, yeah? Na more Utushka. I'll read it slowly, and we will read it together and then put it to music. Listen. Na more Utushka. Let's go. Na more Utushka. Okay, next bit. Kupalася. Note that there is an apostrophe after the S, ся. So it's a soft S, not sa, but ся, ся. Kupalася. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Kupalася. Okay, let's do these two, and I'll play it. So you can sing or just say it. 1, 2, and. На море Утушка, купалася. All it means, на море, on the sea, Utushka, little duck. That's affectionate. Utka is just a duck. Utushka is my dear little duck. Yeah, it's a diminutive. Kupalася was swimming, was bathing, splashing, bathing, yeah? Next bit. На море серая. One more time. На море серая. Okay? На море, you know already, on the sea. Серая, again the S with an apostrophe, серая. The gray one, серый is gray. Серая, the feminine ending, серая, the gray one. Next bit. Поласкалася, поласкалася. Okay? Поласкаться, поласкалася. Поласкаться is the infinitive, and поласкалася, it means that she did it. It's kind of splashing. You поласкать when you wash clothes, when you want to rinse out the soap out of your clothes, you поласкать it. It just goes like this in water. So she was just splashing in the sea. In the river, in the lake, actually, we will see from further text. So let's sing Na море серая. Your last measure, last bar on the first line. На море. See that? На море серая. Okay. 2, 3. На море серая. Поласкалася, поласкалася. Let's bring everything together. На море Утушка. 1, 2, and. На море Утушка. Купалася. На море серая. Поласкалася, поласкалася. Okay, let me see your faces. How is that? Yeah, Good. Nice song, beautiful tune, isn't it? Duncan, we're going to go up a tone. You'll have to accompany in different keys. Yeah, I see you're playing guitar, is it? Yeah? Yeah, okay. So we're going to go up a tone. Mosi, yes, it's море. And it's not just море. You know that sometimes we have, certainly in Russian folk tales, на море, из-за моря океана, из-за острова Буяна, we have in Pushkin, from the sea, from beyond the sea, from beyond the ocean. It's basically water, any water. In this song, it may not be a sea. I think it's just a village lake, to be honest. But let's sing that verse one more time and then look at the rest of the text. We won't sing the whole song. The whole song is very long, and this is not even all of it. It has like 16 verses, I think. So we'll sing this verse one more time so you get used to the music, and then we will read a few more verses. 1, 2, 3. На море Утушка купалася, на море серая полоскалася, полоскалася. So the little duck was bathing in the sea, was splashing, and then she came out on the shore, вышедши на берег. Встрепенулася. Now there is this word in the second verse, встрепенулася. She kind of shook herself, and she вскрикнула. She shouted out. She cried. It's like вскрикнула is like it's not just a cry. It's like a sudden shout, a sudden cry, sudden outburst. How can I go away from the sea? How can I raise from this steep shore? How can I fly away? Cruel frosts will come, deep snows will fall soon. And let's stop here, because then there is a second half of the story. I suggest we sing the third verse because it will line up with the melody easier. Как-то мне с морем расстаться. You see this? Third verse here, как-то. So it's the duck speaking. Как-то мне с морем, right? Let's speak through it. 1, 2, 3. Как-то мне с морем. One more time. Как-то мне с морем. Как-то. How? Мне. For me. С. With. Морем. Sea. Next bit. Расстатися. One more time. Расстатися. Let's see if we can sing this. And как-то мне с морем расстатися. Расстатися, to part, to separate. How can I separate myself from the sea? Next bit. Как с крутых, you see it here, right? Как с крутых берегов. One more time. Как с крутых берегов. Right? Как, how, с, with, or from. Крутых is steep. Берегов is shores, banks. And then we have поднятися, поднятися. Notice that there is also an apostrophe after the N. Нятися, поднятися. Расстатися, поднятися. All these soft consonants, lips up, right? So, I'm going to read the second line all the way through. Как с крутых берегов. I hope you're following me. We're going fast. Let's go. Как с крутых берегов поднятися, поднятися. reading the Russian is here. I hope you found it. Can we bring the second verse together? Let's go. Как-то мне, 1, 2, and. Как-то мне с морем расстатися, как с крутых берегов поднятися, поднятися to lift myself. Okay. Yeah, let me see how you're doing. All good? Anything specific in our chat? No, you adjusted this. You remember a phrase from school? На берегу моря. It's very, very common. На берегу моря, on the bank of the river, on the bank of the sea. Yeah. Very, very traditional. So I suggest let's just enjoy these 2 verses, and then we will maybe choose a couple of other verses from the rest of the song. There's a second story there. And when we learned the song in schools, you know, Tchaikovsky, Rimsky-Korsakov, Russian folk song collection, one of 150 most common songs. Of course, we did not learn the second half of the story, which is quite rough and quite tough. The fire's gone out. Oh, thank you. No, it's still going, thanks. It's still there. Okay, so first 2 verses together with me all the way through. На море утушка, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. На море утушка купалася, на море серая полоскалася. Third verse. Как-то мне с морем расстатися, как с крутых берегов поднятися. Okay? Now, in the second half of the song, happens something I didn't learn in school. In a little hut, there is a woman called Feklushka, and she is washing her face and слезами обливалася. Слезами is tears. Обливалася is like she poured, tears were pouring all over her. Right? It's quite emotional, the Russian. Обливалася слезами. Горючими, burning tears were going down her face. How can I say goodbye to my matushka, to my dear mother? How can I расстатися with my batyushka? How can I say goodbye to my father? And matushka, batyushka, not like daddy and mommy. It's like it's you know, it's heartfelt. It's with all these suffixes and with the form of that word, matushka. Batyushka is close to the heart. How can I say goodbye to them? Придет на ум со всем поездом. Наум is the name of the bridegroom. He will come with the whole wedding train. Sorry, I can't highlight that. It's here. Возьмет Феклу душу за правую руку. He will take Fekla, the lady, my dear soul, Fekla. Yeah, Fekla душу. Fekla душу. Fekla, my soul, we can say in Russian, as a you know, that expression of closeness, right? За правую руку on the right hand, and he will take Fekla Klimovna. We have Klimovna here, which is her patronymic. She is Fekla Klimovna. Klim is her father. He will take Fekla Klimovna on the right hand and take her to the god's court, which means a wedding place. a wedding canopy, a wedding ceremonial place. And then from the wedding place, he will take her to his own house, to his own yard. And in the version that I looked in, the version I mentioned in the description, a different version of the song from 1811 to 1820. That's a collection that was done by other ethnomusicologists in Russia. There is an alternative text, actually several alternative texts, where all the horrors of married life are listed. Not only this whole family will be, you will be what's the word, kind of a servant to this whole family, which is what the place of a young wife would be in a new
Subservient.
Subservient, is that the word? Yeah, subservient.
Yes.
Yeah. And usually if it's a younger wife, and if there are other wives of other sons in the family, the young one comes as the very kind of low, the bottom in the hierarchy. She would be a servant to everyone. So that's listed. Also the anger of the husband and the husband's father that can be expressed, onto her easily, and she has no say, is also listed on that. And also the mother-in-law will be angry and fierce to you. And what's interesting is that in other cultures, we know in the Yiddish culture we have kalabavenans, and we have all that crying over the bride to tell her how terrible her life would be and making her cry. And we have a very similar tradition in Russia where a professional lament person, lamenter, would sing all these things to the bride and list that, so she would get over her fear at the wedding. And then it's like a cathartic experience, after which the woman was supposed to go into that family and kind of breathe out and just step into it. So в тереме Фёклушка умывалася. Let's look at that verse. В тереме, see that here. I hope you can find it. В тереме, yeah, it's here in the Latin. In the Russian, it's here. В тереме Фёклушка. Okay? I'm going to read it. It'll be quite spoken. The second line is not exactly the same rhythm. So listen. В тереме Фёклуша. Фёклушка. It should be Фёклушка, I think. Фёклушка. I'll say the K, yeah? I think it's more common. I'll say it again. В тереме Фёклушка. And again. В тереме Фёклушка. One. Умывалася. And again. Умывалася. So в тереме, in a hut, in a little house. Фёклушка is the name of the woman. Фёкла, Фёклушка, little dear Фёкла. Умывалася comes from мыть, to wash. She was washing ся, herself. Ся is a reflective, yeah, thing. В тереме, let's sing it. First line, let's go. В тереме Фёклушка. Now we need to think how to spread this text. Горючими слезами. Yes. Горючими слезами. It has to be fast. Горючими. Yeah? Can we do that? Горючими слезами. I'll do it slower. Горючими слезами. See if you can do горючими. The r is not only rolled behind your upper teeth, but it's also a soft r. Горю, not гору. Горючими, горючими. Okay? And again like this. Горючими слезами. Горючими слезами. Горючими comes from гореть, which is to burn. So горючими, the tears are burny. They kind of, it's an adjective, it's a quality. Слезами is tears. Обливалася comes from лить, which is to pour. She was pouring, tears were pouring down her face. Горючими слезами. Next bit. Обливалася. Let's sing that line. It's a bit trickier. Горючими. 1, 2. Горючими слезами. Обливалася, обливалася. So we will stop with learning now. We will sing that verse one more time so you get used to it. And then we will connect the 3 verses we've learned together so it sounds like a song, so we can experience how it develops. Okay? That verse again. В тереме фёклушка. 1, 2, and в тереме фёклушка умывалася горючими слезами. Обливалася, обливалася. I don't know if I'm following exactly the rhythm, but we just have to catch each other, okay? First verse, then we sing this one «Как-то мне с морем», and then we sing «В тереме фёклушка», the hut, where we introduce the female character. Good? На море утушка, from the beginning. На море утушка, купалася на море серая, полоскалася, полоскалася. Как-то мне с морем расстатися, как с крутых берегов поднятися, поднятися. В тереме фёклушка умывалася горючими слезами. Обливалася, обливалася. Okay. Okay. I don't need to know anything specific here in the chat. I suggest we sing it maybe as that, just these verses, adding a humming verse in the beginning. Yeah. And maybe making it a bit more into an emotional thing. When I sing it, I add the lament, the proper lament, all that, weeping, but we won't do it today. But you can actually be quite expressive with this. I might sing a harmony line. Yeah, so let's just sing it over and over again. I might sing a harmony line at some point. We'll start with just humming. And you notice that I sometimes don't hold all the long notes as they should be. I hope you can catch me. Yeah. So, of course, all these harmonies and all these things are not traditional. If you heard the other Utushka song on my website on the project page, it's not exactly the same text, but that subject, that theme of a duck leaving her lake or her sea, and it being frozen, and it in connection with a woman getting married, is all over Russia and Belarus and northern Russia. It's quite a common subject. Na more Vutonka, we have that in Belarusian. So lots and lots of versions, and it would be sung in a much more rough way, in a less tuned way. The harmonies would be completely different, of course, and it would be much more repetitive and much longer. We have 3 minutes, so I think maybe we should just sing it one more time rather than squeezing another verse in. What do you think? Yeah, one more time? How is that key? Should we go down or should we stay? Down or stay? Show me. Stay? Stay. Down. We'll start lower and go up. Don't go either up or down. Well, you know what? We are going to modulate twice, okay? That will be really modern. Okay? That's it. I hope you enjoyed this sad song. Next time I'm bringing you the Rachmaninoff, the promised Rachmaninoff. It'll be "Полюбила я на печаль свою." If you know that one, it's lovely. We won't sing the whole thing, but it'll be quite a challenge, and also it's quite folky, and we'll talk about the connection between folk songs and the Rachmaninoff. Okay, good. I'll see you either in a week or in the Yiddish session. Bye everyone, thanks for coming today.